Hey, if you didn't make it to last week's blockbuster ending, watch the next 20 seconds to catch yourself up. I just got home from work. Let me just show you. Positive for COVID. Worked all week. Had COVID, didn't even know it.
He works all day, comes in, cleans his truck. When the company needs him to haul something extra, he'll come in on the weekends. I mean, he is literally your dream driver. If that's the kind of driver every company drives to have, is like Boston Trucker.
I hope you enjoy it.
It's Monday morning. Told you I wasn't gonna miss any work. Still got the COVID. Stay back. Stay back. It's okay. I feel pretty good. Had Saturday and Sunday off. Just sat on the couch, rested. I'm good. I'm a lot better than I was last Thursday and Friday. Thursday and Friday was tough. We got through it. We got all our loads hauled. Boss called me Sunday. He's like, listen, don't come in if you don't feel up to it. You know, don't feel like you need to come in. If you want to come in, I got a low bed move, or I can just put you on the dump trailer. Teddy can make the low bed move. So I'm like, you know what? I'll be in. Let Teddy have the low bed move, and that way I'll remind him how much fun it is. And I'll just haul some dirt, stay away from people, put my mask on if I'm near anybody. That's all. No big deal. Well, I'm feeling good. Feeling good. So today would be a day. I started feeling the first symptom Tuesday night last week, so didn't get really sick till Wednesday evening, but I'm feeling good. How you like that intro? Thank you, Tim Gentry. That was that made me feel pretty damn good when your peers appreciate what you have to offer. The only thing is, I don't like. I get too much credit, I guess. You know, you only know about me because I carry a camera in my hand. There's millions and millions of truck drivers who are just like me, who get the job done every day, keep the rig spotless. They just don't film it. So that's the difference. But that made me feel really good. I threw that in there just for this week's entry. Title shot there. I'm gonna get back in the truck where it's a little warmer, right? And we're gonna do some trucking this week. Hope you enjoyed that video. Hit that subscribe button. Well, I tell you what, some windshield therapy really does the person good sometimes. I'm feeling fantastic. My voice is a little gone, but it's coming back. Sore throat's pretty much gone. Yeah, we're gonna drop this trailer, hook up to my normal trailer, my Shiny East trailer. A couple of the other trailers need brake jobs. So the only other spare we have is the 1987 Stecco, which is fine to use. But I said to the boss, I go, wouldn't it be easy if I just drop this and the other guys can pull this and I'll just hook up to mine? Weather's good anyway, so I don't have to worry about getting it all sloppy right now anyway. So that's what I'm here to do. Well, he's pushing up piles. I've been putting on tire shine. I ran out of mop and glow. I found some chemical guys in my toolbox, but I only had about an inch of product, and I put some water in there to beef it up a little bit. But you know, it's like 30 degrees. I'm starting to get that spring fever in February. You know what I mean? I'm like, I gotta get these wheels polished, get these tanks polished. It's because I'm a little special, you know. That time of year, though. It's not that time of year. What are you talking about? There he is. There's the man right there.
Not me, man.
The low bed king right there.
No.
How'd you like it?
I like it.
Yeah. How'd you like those? How do you like those chains and binders?
Good. You got it. We gotta next time we use it.
You're on camera now.
Good. Next time
This
we
guy,
use
I'm telling
it,
him.
we gotta lubricate them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. I usually lubricate. I just didn't because they were brand new.
You know what we did because to keep the machine from moving back and forth.
What?
I took 2 new binders. We
Yep.
used an old binder and the long chain on the bucket.
Yep.
And then there was 2 holes in the bucket. We changed
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
opposite way.
Yeah. Oh, Mikey, help you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, he didn't have to.
I know. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, when the gooseneck comes down, put a little thing in my finger over here. If that's a fucked up finger, so I don't care.
Is it? Did you pull the pin? Is that why by accident? Or no?
No, this is when I dropped it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah. If you pull the pin by accident to drop it, it'll fall right on your fender.
No,
Okay.
It just grazed it.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
little mark here.
Yeah.
But you're lower than I am right now, so
Right.
if once you deflate, you should be
Okay.
better.
Sounds good.
Like I said, I have it over enough so you can get this trailer back in there.
Things are happening this morning. We're busy. See what's going on in the shop. What'd you break now?
Everything. They're putting everything new on it.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was a new truck though.
Everything's going new.
Is the power washer down?
New wheel. What?
Is the power washer down?
Power washer?
Yeah.
No,
This thing's
I'm gonna
filthy.
I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna do it right now.
You gonna wash it?
Why not?
Do you need help?
Help.
Yeah.
I can't be fucking taking you guys off the fucking run. You gotta keep going.
Alright.
What do you got there? Fucking
It's a camera.
camera?
Yeah, hey, watch your language. There's children listening. You know, I got a few children following me here.
Piston leaks like a sieve on that thing.
That's not how you wash the truck. Is that how you're gonna wash it?
No.
Okay.
I was waiting for the fucking oil was on there. See it?
I think that's the deaf thingy.
It is, man.
I don't know anything
it
about
don't
deaf
reach.
yet. You'll have to teach me about deaf.
Oh, you're lucky. You got the fucking.
Well, I'm gonna have a new truck. I'm gonna have to learn.
Yeah.
So it comes out of this thing right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I put my deaf tank on my new truck on this side. Oh, you hit the switch right here?
Yep.
How many gallons is it though?
You run a week
Yeah?
with this one. It
Really?
all depends on how big the tank is.
Okay, so you want to know how to use the power washer? We use this hose now. That hose is broken.
This one?
So we'll plug this in here. And get the power button. Water. If you're going to use the soap out of the bucket, use this one right here. There you go.
Where's that?
That goes into, I just used this last night, into here. Hold it back. There you go, you're good to go. And hot water, second one to the right. I like the temperature about 130. Some people put it on too hot. Right there, about 130. And do the soap.
The soap's over here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That soap will do a good job. You can wash that truck and not even have to brush it. Let the soap sit on for a couple minutes. All right, you good to go? Tommy, come here for a second. Tell the people watching this what kind of trucks you drove back in the day.
What did I drive back in the day?
Yeah.
Chain drive.
Yeah. You were,
Sterling.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're being serious.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had a Sterling for a couple of months, yeah.
No kidding.
Number 17. Yep.
And then what'd you drive for flat?
I had number 11 auto car.
How old was that?
That was a 59.
59 auto car? And how
Yeah.
many years you drive that truck?
Oh, I already had that about 6 months. They traded it in.
And then what'd you have after that?
I have to think. I drove 24, was the low bed tractor, was a DM 800.
Yep.
Then I turned around and bought my own truck for a while. I had my own truck, DM 800, for 4.5 years.
Yep.
Got rid of that and went to work for Fred Polito.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Worked for Freddie, for Christ's sake, until 1980. Then went to work for Flet, and I Was there till I retired.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Drove a lot of old iron, huh?
No power steering back then.
Really? I heard you were pretty strong.
Back then it wasn't bad, but not anymore today.
What do you think? What do you think of this new stuff?
Oh, it's easy.
Easy, huh?
Oh. You
Good deal.
punch it in and
Push the
go.
button in and go. All right, buddy, I gotta go back to work.
Yeah,
See you,
bye.
pal. 74 years old. I was trying to get him to tell you about when he worked for Flet. They bought him an auto car. It was probably like a 64, 65. He drove that truck for 20 years. And then he got him another auto car in the 80s. He drove that truck for another 20 years. That's a real trucker right there. Old school cool, heavy hauler, moved some big equipment back in the big dig. Now he's working part-time for us. Good dude. Let's go back to work with these shiny rigs. What's up? Oh boy, look, look at this pulled in, the big boss. What's up, big boss?
What's up? Oh,
You
look,
excited?
I can see myself right
Yeah. Yeah, it's technology.
there. Wow, that's pretty interesting.
So this is how it happens.
You're very close. Just want to make sure.
Well, I want to
there's
make sure
nothing in
people
my
can
truck
hear
that I
you. I
don't want
want to make sure
anybody
people
to
can
see.
hear you.
Yeah.
What's going on? You excited about the new trucks?
Yeah. It's. Have we heard anything?
No, I reached out to the guy at the paint shop yesterday. I'm waiting for a call back.
Okay. Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Hello's ready to rock.
so we're getting 2 trucks now, not 3.
Yeah, the third
gonna
one.
wait.
We're gonna wait. We. Did you tell the story? That
No.
Originally, we were gonna get a.
You said 3 in the last video.
Well, yeah. Originally, we ordered a T880, and we changed when the 800.
Well,
caught
that
on
I haven't
fire.
told people.
Well, when the 800 caught on fire, we got lucky, and Kenworth was able to swap out an 800 for an 880 for us. It wasn't our exact.
So we're getting
spec.
one of the last 800s
We
built.
get literally one of the last 800s ever built. And then Michael and I started thinking. We said, maybe we should keep the third truck, and we can sell your truck, and maybe the Mac
Yeah.
becomes a spare. Yada yada yada.
Oh, yeah.
But they changed the 880 spec to something different.
Cool.
So if we wanted another 880, we wouldn't have got it till like June or July, and we just, what's the point? By the time we get it, it will be fall. Then we're going into the winter time. Let's wait and see. So, just 2
Good
for
deal.
right now.
Good deal. I like the new logo there.
Yeah, the Cardillo Company's umbrella logo.
Very
to come.
cool. I like it.
Yeah, we got this, some other stuff coming, and might even look into selling stuff too locally.
Nice.
So-
Merch?
Yeah, merch.
All right. People want merch.
might have to go to an unorthodox place to get the merch.
Okay, we can talk about that later.
We can talk about that later. But yeah, I think we're gonna have it pretty soon.
All right.
So, dude, I can't believe how it's like it's been November
I know.
forever.
I'm
It's
outside.
like Groundhog Day.
I'm outside
It hasn't changed.
polishing my truck yesterday, and it's February.
It's February.
I
This is
know.
unbelievable. Yeah,
Hey, we'll take it over snow any day.
Yeah, I know. We're lucky. We're staying really busy. How's Nick?
He's doing a good job loading.
good.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
good job.
He seems like a really well. I mean, he's plowed for us for a couple of years.
Yeah, he
but
seems good. Yeah,
He seems like he's
paying attention
paying
and
attention and-
yeah,
not,
loading me properly and hadn't spilled on my truck, and that's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go back to work.
All right.
Nice
see ya.
talking to you. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. That's the big boss. I almost got it in the bin. Look at that. I got it all the way in the bin, and the operator wouldn't have anything to do today, so I'm helping him stay fed. Nah, we get it close. I like to back in straight. I don't jack it in. That's when stuff can go wrong. I always try to back in straight whenever I can. With the loader, push it in. That's what the loader is for. And any operator tells you different, don't come see me. Nah, we don't use our fists. Right, Charlie? Everybody keeps asking me, who's Charlie? What do you mean Charlie? Why do you keep saying Charlie? About a month ago, I told the story once really quick before. This guy Peter wrote to me. He says his son Charlie, who's 7, is a huge fan of mine. And so I said, well, bring Charlie over to the yard. You guys don't live that far. I'll show him all the trucks and stuff. I do that once in a while. And I meet Charlie. And I said, Charlie, you got any questions for me? So when I first met him, he goes, yeah. Why are you so funny in your videos? So sometimes when I think I say something funny, I think of Charlie and give him a shout out. So that's who Charlie is. I just preloaded for tomorrow. Ever since my truck wash last Friday night when I was at my sickest, and I kind of half-assed it, it's been bugging me. So I'm gonna do a truck wash, a hand wash. I know to the naked eye it looks clean, but there's a bunch of troubled spots that's just been annoying me, and my trailer can be shinier than this. That's why I got the so that's Chemex Liquid X soap in the bucket, but I got some Wab Pink. It does the same stuff as the Chemex M Shine, basically, but that bird poop, it's been there since December. And then I parked the trailer for a month. I've been driving around looking at that. Can clean these rims up a little bit with the Wab. You know, because I'm thinking maybe I'll start polishing this week. Just hand polishing, you know, because I'm feeling lucky about the weather. You know, next week looks like it's gonna rain, maybe some snow. So that's what's up. That's what's going on. Let me pop the hood and give her a quick wash here. Now with any aluminum cleaner, you don't want it sitting in the sun on your truck baking. Then you're gonna have issues. It's cool out. It's not gonna dry right away. I put it on, let it sit for like 10-20 seconds. We'll rinse it off. It does its thing. You won't even notice it doing its thing, but it'll do its thing. Don't worry. Brush a little. While I get loaded, I pulled out some of my California Custom green oxidizer. We'll hit those rust spots on the fenders real quick. And this is a true oxidizer, so it hits your aluminum, it's gonna stain it, and you gotta polish over it. When you put it on the rag, it'll beat up the first time. See that? So it soaks in. You don't need too much of this stuff. You want to polish your aluminum and wheels, you use this stuff first, wipe it on, then go over it with polish. Yeah, trucks and trains. It is 2:45. I just got word I won't be going back out when I get back to the yard at 3:30. So I'm gonna do a little detailing over here at our other shop. Let the materials yard do their thing. I'm moderately busy today, nothing crazy. There's a little bit of detailing. Some white diamond polish. This is good stuff. This is really good stuff, but my problem with the white diamond, it takes a long time to dry. I like fast drying aluminum polish, but it does the job. I also got some picked up a bottle Mop and Glow for my tires. You can do your floors with this, any kind of rubber. And I'm gonna do the tires first. I use that Chemicals Guys tire shine. Was it yesterday? I mean, it just collects dust. It just collects dust. Like, what good is that? Mop and Glow, nothing sticks to it. So I'll start out by doing that. Get a nice clean microfiber. I like to take my microfiber and fold it into a square. Almost actually into like a rectangle. I'm learning my shapes. That's a rectangle, right? And just like the green oxidizer, when you first poured it on, it beads up and rolls off. So you gotta be aware where you're pouring the Mop and Glow, because it actually acts like a oxidizer. It'll like, but not in a good way. It just stains any aluminum you touch. And once it soaks into the rag, it's good. I like to be pretty generous with it, because these bottles are only like $9 in the grocery store, and they last me a long time. Now, once again, my disclaimer is, this is not the end-all, be-all of cleaning tips, of truck show stuff. This is just me. I'm kind of a hack, a backyard hack detailer. I find out what's quick and what works for me. I don't know what that was. That didn't sound good. It sounds like somebody slamming a dumpster. But I like the Mop and Glow. Now, it's not going to be this shiny when it's done. It's just going on wet right now. All right, that's with the Mop and Glow on dry. It's all dried. Get all the wheels on this side. It gives a clean look. Not an overblown, shiny look. But I'll tell you what, the dust doesn't stick to it. And once you wash it, it'll look like this again for a bunch of washes. That's why one of these bottles lasts a long time. I go through maybe 2 bottles over the summertime. That's it. All right, now that I got the tires done, get the Mop and Glow put away. Mop and Glow and WD-40 have never reached out to me and acknowledged my videos, but it's okay. So what am I doing next? So if your aluminum's in really bad shape like mine is, it doesn't hurt to use an oxidizer first. So I get my green California Custom aluminum deoxidizer, and I get my white diamond polish. I have a clean rag for the white diamond. I have the oxidizer rag I used earlier on the rust, and it's still wet. So what you can do is take the oxidizer and just go up and down the tanks like this. We'll just do a section at a time, and it cleans the aluminum, gets away any corrosion. I'll turn it, you know, start turning it a little white, a little hazy there. And I like to take my white diamond. I don't have a lot of this, so I got to buy some more. They're about $18 a bottle. You should get it at AutoZone or O'Reilly's near the house. I go right over the deoxidizer, which is still a little wet, which is fine. And you go with the grain of the tank. Now, is this the best way to polish your tanks? No, definitely not. This is how we used to do it in the old days when you're sitting at the truck stop. And I mean, the best way is with a buffer and with somebody who knows what they're doing, like Evan Steger, you know. Evan hates when I put on WD-40 on my aluminum. He says he makes him cringe. I love that guy. He's the #1 guy in my book. Comes to detailing aluminum. Everybody knows it. But I'm the #1 guy if you just want to make it look good from across the highway and you don't really care about it being that detailed this time of year. Get out the cornstarch or the baby powder, right? That makes it even better to get the polish off. You put it on the rag. I like to pour a little onto my working area there. Get your clean rag, right? This stuff will take off all the polish. See, it's looking a lot better, isn't it? I don't know if you can see that at home. Hopefully you can. I mean, let's compare this to that. I see the difference. I think hopefully you can too. And it wasn't a lot of effort. And break a sweat. Went nice and easy. I'm not trying to break any speed records. The problem is, once you do that, you got to do the whole thing. You got to do it all. Oh yeah, I see a big difference, right? There you go. 15 minutes. Did I do the front? No, I didn't. Polish and hack. I'll do that later. Wow, those cigarettes really make you look cool, by the way.
No, they don't. You're gonna kill me.
I don't know, you're doing pretty good so far.
But I gotta tell you, I'm down to about 8 or 9 cigarettes a day.
That's pretty good.
All right, compared to 3 packs a day.
Really?
3 packs a day. I got 4 stents in me.
Do you really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Fucking stents. They go in your wrist right there.
Yeah.
20 minutes. 20
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
all done.
It's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
So you done some polishing back in the day?
Oh yeah.
All by hand, right?
All by hand. Yeah.
Got any advice for me?
Yo,
It's a lot of work.
it is.
I think
a
I'm
lot.
calling it quits for today. So you said you drove for Fred Polito.
Oh yeah.
I don't know anything about Fred Polito, but I've heard the name before. What was that, a construction company?
Oh yeah. He had 18 of these.
18 of what? Dump trucks?
Triaxle trailer dumps.
Yeah, what kind of trucks was he running?
Auto cars. I'll show you.
So is this in the 1970s?
I went to work for him in 1975.
Okay.
Stayed with him till he sold out in 79
Okay.
to LaRusso down in Plainville.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right, and we all went there,
Okay.
and I stayed there about a year, and then I talked to Frank over at Fletcher. I says, "Gotta get my job back." He says,
Yeah.
"Things are kind of slow." He says, "Well, come on down." He says, "We'll see what's going on,
All
right?" So he puts me in the 10-wheeler. It was the tractor. It was the tractor. They made a 10-wheeler out of
Yep.
it, right? And went in that the first week, 75 hours.
Wow.
All right.
He said they were kind of slow.
Yeah. Run the 10-wheeler all day. Then I take the low bed out at night, for Christ's sake. I move machines, for Christ's sake, to 10, 11 o'clock.
Oh my God.
Then go back the next morning at 6 o'clock, take the 10-wheeler out.
How'd you find the energy to work that much?
Jesus. It was tough.
Tough, huh?
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
fun like you see in the pictures, right?
It's
Different kind of fun.
Yeah, it's different, but you know, the money was good.
Money was
working,
good, yeah.
Working for Flat, everything was top notch.
Yeah.
You
You
know.
moved some big machines, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
The big dig.
Oh, we had the coring, for Christ's sake. Got coring. We used to-
Coring?
the coring was
What's that?
It's a really big backhoe.
Okay.
It was 14 feet wide.
Yeah.
It was 14 feet high,
Okay.
and it extended off the back of the trailer 14 feet.
Come on.
That's how you remember it.
Jeez.
Right?
Yeah.
226,000 pounds gross.
How many axles?
It was just a
Just a regular low bed?
and a triaxle trailer, but there was a 100-ton trailer.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
It was a 100-ton trailer.
That's heavy duty.
Yeah. And it was a 10-foot wide.
Yeah.
We used to put the outriggers on
Okay.
for the coring,
Yep.
right? And it's still stuck off the end of that, because we had the 10-foot, then you had the outriggers.
Yeah.
You're probably close to maybe 12 and a half feet.
Right. Right.
And then the machine was 14 feet.
Yeah.
You know, but
So you'd move machines to the big dig at night and then haul dirt out of there during the day?
no, we moved the machines to the big dig at night.
Yeah.
Then we go in the morning, take the machines out of there,
Oh.
back to our own work,
Oh, wow.
right? Work the machines there, and then we get through with that, get on the trailer dump,
Yeah.
run the trailer dump till later in the afternoon. You get back in the low bed, get machines, and back to
Yeah.
Boston.
That's a lot of chaining up.
We didn't use a lot of chains back
You
then.
didn't use a lot of chains? No? Were there
No.
ever times where you were running without chains?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, we had the drop decks.
Yeah.
You know, they couldn't fall off. You know, because
Yeah.
the drop deck, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you put them on. You only had like this much space they
Yeah.
could move on
Right.
each side.
Wow. It's another time. You couldn't get away with any of that now.
No. Christ. Because I got stopped in Boston with a 318 on one morning. I only had 2 chains on it.
Really?
Right? I forget the guy's name, but I knew him. He says, "Is it 4 o'clock in the morning?" And he stopped me. I said, "What the hell are you doing out here at 4 o'clock in the morning?"
Yeah.
He says, "I'm looking for you," he says.
He found you.
He says, "Where's your chains?" I said, "Well, there's a couple on it. The rest of them are on the gooseneck." He said, "Put them on the goddamn machine," he says.
So what'd you do?
Put them on the machine. He wrote me up. It was $200 fine.
Oh, okay.
But Flet used to take care of
Fines?
all the fines.
Yeah.
You know.
Didn't it go on your license?
No.
No, huh?
No. But they used to take care of it. Oh, well, back in the day when, can't think of his name now, but he was a friend of Big Jim's. And it didn't matter if you got stopped or what. Everything just got canceled.
No kidding.
You know.
Wow.
But things changed.
Yeah.
Things have changed. Guy got me up here at Route 2 by the Reformatory. And I had a 345 on.
Yeah.
He says, "Come with me." He brought me up 2A to the municipal light in there. He says, "You guys had it good long enough." He says, now it's my turn," he says, right?
Oh, no.
He was there during
Yeah.
the other time. And Christ's sake, he had the goddamn notebook out. He had it up to about $7,000 in fines.
Oh, my God.
And then all of a sudden, I called the shop, and they made a few phone calls, and he's sitting in his car. And he comes out of the car, and he says, "You take this,
Uh-huh.
right? And I don't want to hear anything about it," he says. And he says, get out of here," he says.
Oh, yeah.
So I says to him, I says, "Well, when you come out of the 2A, I said, which way are you going?" I says, right? "Never mind," he says. So I had a tag guy, and young Johnny Collins was tagging me. And I said, "Johnny, you go up there and see if the coast is clear out there before I get going again." And he was gone. The guy was gone. So
outlaw trucking, as they say.
Huh?
Outlaw trucking.
Oh, I tell you, it was crazy back then. I mean, you can't get away with that shit today.
Yeah.
It's altogether different. You know?
No, you can't do anything. And why would you want to at this point, you know?
Oh. I mean, Christ's sake, we used to move 4 or 5 machines, for Christ's sake, before 7 o'clock in the morning. Jeez. You know?
It's dangerous, too. I mean, you're working at nighttime, you can't see.
Oh.
You get hurt? Ever get hurt on the job?
No.
That's good.
No.
You're lucky.
No. I almost got hit. I almost got hurt one time. We were moving the 980, and I put it on the trailer and pulled the button out, and I get out of it, and I started walking back towards the tractor. Next thing I look, and the 80's coming back off the trailer.
No. Forgot to put it in neutral and park?
No, the parking brake didn't work.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. Bang, right into the gooseneck of the trailer, the tractor, right? I said, "What the hell?" I get in there, the parking brake's no parking brake, right? So I put it back on the trailer, pulled it up, it put down pressure on it.
Yep.
Then hooked the tractor back up. Then I backed it up to the gooseneck.
Okay. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And left it in gear.
Okay. Hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
So if we went forward a little bit, it always come back.
Right. You know what helped with that? With some chains.
Chains would have helped.
Yeah.
But we were in a hurry.
All right, Tommy, I'll let you go. I gotta clean this mess. Don't get it dusty.
Dust on this thing.
That's right. So don't get any dust on this thing. You write your slip out yet? I'll go get a sign. Awesome. Here you go. Teamwork makes the dream work. What you been up to?
Fixing the D3, one of the loaders.
Yep.
Working with Isaac, running around, trying to stay out of trouble.
I thought I'd be moving the 250 back for the storm next week. Ooh, that's nice.
Yours.
Really? Thank you.
Sorry.
I can wait till Mike gives me some.
That's a free.
Is this gonna be like a collector's item?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just like the. Are you wearing the hat that they gave us from Kenworth?
Yeah, I'm wearing it right now. Well, one of the hats.
I see it, Fire.
See you, Tony. Thanks.
Michael.
Yep. Why do I come in the office constantly? Because that's where I pee. It's private though, okay? Don't. It's gonna be a private moment for me, okay? So. Looks good on me. Now everybody's gonna want a hat now. I got one. It's right here. They said they might be working on getting some merch, doing a merch site. And maybe I'm gonna integrate my merch on their site. We might do something together. I'm trapped. Because I don't have any hats for sale. I had a bunch made twice already and I gave them away, but really should be selling hats. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated on that. Getting loaded over here. I got a question. Someone asked me if I ever haul chickens. Yes, I have hauled chickens. Not live chickens. Fresh killed chickens. Frozen chickens. A lot of chicken. You know, coincidence you asked me that question because we were watching a show last night on Netflix. I forget what it was called. It was something like You Are What You Eat. And then they went off on this tangent about chicken and meat and where it's kept and how the animals live, and it's pretty disgusting. I might not eat chicken again until the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's like 3 days from now. Pretty gross. But seriously, you have hauled chickens. A lot of chicken out of Arkansas, Russellville, a lot of Tyson chicken. Russellville, Fayetteville, Rogers, Arkansas, Gainesville, Georgia. Fresh chicken out of there. The blood drips out the back of your trailer through those two little holes. And then the flies chase you up 95. Chicken out of Texas. Yeah, I've hauled some chickens, I've hauled some meat. Nothing swinging. Box meat. Hauled out of Hormel. Hormel chili. Spam. Hauled some spam. A lot of fish. Gorton's. Used to haul frozen fish out of the East Coast, out of Gloucester. Take that to the West Coast. Haul West Coast fish back to the East Coast. It's a different kind of fish on each coast, you know. A lot of produce. A lot of produce. Down out of Yuma. Southern Texas. Laredo. Salinas. Gilroy. El Centro. Ventura. La Joy. Where are they out of? La Joy out of Archibald, Ohio. Speaking of Ohio, Libby Glass out of Toledo. One more in Ohio, Rubbermaid out of Worcester. Worcester, Ohio, not Worcester, Worcester. I've hauled a little bit of everything out of a little bit everywhere. Ice cream, Blue Bunny, Seal Test, Swans. What else? What else have I hauled? Soaps, Lever Brothers, soft soap, a whole lot of sugar out of Domino, American sugar. Oh, let's not forget all the produce I hauled out of Florida. Immokalee, Bradenton, points in between, Clearwater. Watermelons out of Georgia, son. Valdosta, Georgia. Sitting in the fields for 24 hours while they take the watermelons out of the field and load them in your trailer, hand load them. What else have I hauled? Paper, a lot of paper. Big rolls of paper. Giant rolls of paper. Oh man, hauled some deer skins. I talked about that. A load of deer skins. Gross. That's my grossest load ever. Syrup, maple syrup. You know what happens when one case of maple syrup falls off the pallet and you get a couple broken jars? Chaos ensues. That leaves a sticky mess and you don't want to be responsible for cleaning. Trust me. I had one load of maple syrup going to the caves in Kansas City. I lost one case. What a mess that was. It's like trying to clean up super glue, pretty much. Just no good way of doing it. Speaking of the caves, I've been in all the caves. Kansas City, North Kansas City, Carthage, a few others in between there. Missouri, if you've never been to Missouri, it's a surprising place. You know, I-70 is kind of straight. I mean, it is straight, you know, from St. Louis to KC, some rolling hills. But south of there is a lot of nooks and crannies and hollers and landscape you would never expect, and caves. The caves are warehouses that are underground that you drive under like a city that you'd never know they were there unless you were going there on purpose. Independence, Missouri is another cave I've been to. I've been to all the caves. Unless they've built some since I've been out there, which they probably have. What other states have I? I've been to all the grocery warehouses. All of them. Anything built before 2000, I've been to them. Albertsons, Kroger's, Dominic's, the one up in Michigan there in Grand Rapids. I can't think of it. Been to them all. Cisco's, all the Cisco's. The U.S. Food Services. Safeway, California, you know, a bunch of all the craft foods. Been to them. Fogelsville, New Ulm, Minnesota. Not bragging, just we're talking. I got to make a video here. I got to tell you make some content. There's nothing to brag about. Just places I've been. A lot of paper bags out of Florence, Kentucky. Duro bag. And all the grocery warehouses, all the little S-holes I've been to too. Cincinnati, Chicago, Watermarket, across Hunts Point, been to Hunts Point, oh yeah. I got some favorite parts of the country and I got some no parts that I don't really like going to in a truck. I do not like Florida in a truck. I know there's something about it, I just don't like it. I don't like Miami, the worst drivers. Charleston, South Carolina, terrible drivers. But I'd go anywhere when I ran the road, anywhere. There wasn't a place I wouldn't go. I had a truck driver says, I don't go to New York City. I don't go to New York City. I mean, no, it's part of the job. Exciting. Yeah, it's not for everybody. Atlanta. Didn't really care for Atlanta. I'm not trucking in Atlanta, I mean. Some great parts of the country too. I mean, Smoky Mountains, Eastern Tennessee, Western North Carolina, beautiful part of the country. Anything in the Northwest, anything west of Denver is just gorgeous. Across 70, 15, anything in the Northwest. Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. Wyoming's treacherous in the wintertime, though. You know, you can be driving across the Sisters in Wyoming. I can't remember the name of the mountain there, between Cheyenne and Laramie. You know, back in the old days, I could spit that out. I'm losing my memory. And I get snow there in June. I've seen snow there in June. You never know. You know, when I worked in Minnesota, when I came to work in Minnesota, and it was the winter time, and I remember, I said, hey, so when does winter end here? And he said, winter ends July 1st and starts July 7th. I never forgot that. Yeah, good times, good times. I've been up to UP in Michigan, all the way to the top, all the way across the top of the Upper Peninsula, over the Mackinac, up to Marquette, Sault Ste. Marie, right across into Wisconsin. Been there, done that. Been all over Texas, Arizona, everywhere. All those little back roads. Been across a lot of them. I've gone around Donner Pass, taking the back roads, the thin roads across there. Down through Susanville, Bishop, down 395. Been down the Pacific Coast Highway when I wasn't supposed to be. From Bandon, Oregon, Coos, Oregon, right down at the Golden Gate Bridge. Had some good times, seen a lot of cool stuff, met a lot of cool people, driven some nice trucks. Now I'm in my retirement age. It's my retirement job, I call it. I got about 10 good more years, hopefully. Hopefully my health holds out. And then maybe I'll slow it down. I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking. Take January and February off every year. God willing, me and my wife, we talk about renting out a place somewhere where it's warmer for 2 months out of the year. You know, the worst months up here, but it hasn't been that bad. It's been pretty mild. And then work 10 months until I'm like 68. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I feel good though. I feel good. I'm having a good week. It's Friday. A week ago Friday I had COVID. Now it's in pretty rough shape. And I was working. You were there. You watched me. You watched me get sick and you didn't even say anything. You didn't even say, hey, you might have COVID. Okay. You didn't have the opportunity to, but one person wrote in the comments, I was watching this video and I was thinking, well, that poor guy's got COVID. He doesn't even know it. I didn't know it. I didn't know it till Friday night. And it was quick. It was quick. It was quick. I was tested negative by Tuesday, so I probably had it officially Wednesday to Monday. But it was fine. I was very lucky. Now with trailer truck, I got to do another load, another round. Might be the week. I might work Saturday, I'm not sure. I might make those low bed moves. With the snow coming next week on Saturday. We'll see. The storm looks like it might be fizzling out from what I've been watching, so fingers crossed. But I got my winter trailer on, that's okay. I still gotta polish the passenger side. I haven't done anything since a few days ago. I haven't been motivated. Alright, I thought of a few more grocery warehouses I've been to. ShopRite, horrible places to deliver. Pathmark in New Jersey, horrible. Publix was okay. Publix in Florida. Food Lion, Dillon, South Carolina. Been there, done that. Been all a bunch of McLean's, Cotton Cook, Connecticut, I don't know how you say it. Contacook, New Hampshire, Lubbock, Texas. That's another McLean's I used to go to. Been up all the Walmart DCs, been all the Sam's Clubs, been to the Daymark. Remember Daymark? Out of Illinois and out of Arkansas. Guaranteed loads overnight. Anybody that's gonna drive guarantee overnight, that's a tough gig. I've done some of that. You At New Century, we had a lot of guaranteed customers. I mean, guaranteeing a guy, I'm leaving out of Portland, Maine at 6 o'clock at night, driving down to New Jersey. It's 6 or 7 hours down there. I get down there like 11 o'clock at night. I've already been up all day. Can you be up in Boston at 7 a.m. for a guarantee? If you say no, why am I yelling? If you say no, they'll say okay, but we won't have a load for you tomorrow to go home. So you take the load, you drive all night, and you make that guarantee. And you make it within 10 minutes, because you take every minute nap you can get along the way. Strategic. And you just pray there's no accident or traffic. But if you're good at LTL, you can time it out right. And you know what you got on the other end as a prize? You made it on time? Nothing. Just the sense of accomplishment that you got it done, and that's it. There's no pats on the back. You got a job. You still had a job, and you got paid every week. That was the big prize. Good times. Yeah. Good times. Love it. I love trucking. I love trucking. What else is there, right? What am I going to do? Be a plumber? I wouldn't know what to do with all that money if I was a plumber. I got the ass for it. Definitely. Alright, I thought of a few more grocery warehouses I've been to. ShopRite. Boo. Horrible places to deliver. Pathmark in New Jersey. Horrible. Horrible. Publix was okay. Publix in Florida. Food Lion. Dillon, South Carolina. Been there, done that. Been all the a bunch of McLean's. Cotton Cook, Connecticut. I don't know how you say it. Contacook, New Hampshire. Lubbock, Texas. That's another McLean's I used to go to. Been up all the Walmart DCs. Been all the Sam's Clubs. Been to the Daymark. Remember Daymark? Out of Illinois and out of Arkansas. Guaranteed loads overnight. Anybody that's got to drive guarantee overnight, that's a tough gig. I've done some of that. At New Century, we had a lot of guaranteed customers. I mean, guaranteeing a guy, I'm leaving out of Portland, Maine at 6 o'clock at night, driving down to New Jersey. It's 6 or 7 hours down there. I get down there like 11 o'clock at night. I've already been up all day. Can you be up in Boston at 7 a.m. for a guarantee? If you say no, why am I yelling? If you say no, they'll say okay, but we won't have a load for you tomorrow to go home. So you take the load, you drive all night, and you make that guarantee. And you make it within 10 minutes, because you take every minute nap you can get along the way. Strategic. And you just pray there's no accident or traffic. But if you're good at LTL, you can time it out right. And you know what you got on the other end as a prize? You made it on time? Nothing. Just the sense of accomplishment that you got it done, and that's it. There's no pats on the back. You got a job. You still had a job, and you got paid every week. That was the big prize. Good times. Yeah. Good times. Love it. I love trucking. I love trucking. What else is there, right? What am I going to do? Be a plumber? I wouldn't know what to do with all that money if I was a plumber. I got the ass for it. Definitely. It's all coming back to me. This got to be boring to most of you, but a few of you get a kick out of it. Grapes out of Gloucester City, New Jersey, down by Philly. Rice out of Rice Valley in Texas. Down in it was a Freeport. Hauled roses out of the Phoenix area. February for Valentine's Day. That was a big shipment every year. Roses. Christmas trees out of the Northwest. Out of Oregon, Washington. Called, I don't know what you call it. It was these giant pieces of metal out of, so this was a steady run. Out of Muskogee, Oklahoma, Yaffe Metal, Y-A-F-F-E, Yaffe Metal. I wonder if they're even still there. Used to go into that scrap yard there. It was like this big lake of rust I'd have to back my trailer into to get to the loading dock. The loads were only about 2 feet off the ground, and it was just molds of metal that they melted. That's what it was. It was like smelted. I can't remember where I took that. I think I went up to Minnesota somewhere. Potatoes. At Idaho, of course, and Maine. Kimberly, Idaho. Potatoes. Apples. Yakima, Washington. Come on back. Now, a lot of apples. Potatoes out of Maine. Out of Madawaska. Out of McCain's in Holton, Maine. All the few things. It's pretty cool, thinking about it. I had a pretty good life. It's been real. What else have I hauled? I just think of state. I just think of a state and go, okay, what did I haul out of there? Like, let's think of a state right now. Name it. Name a state. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's think, I don't know. I can't think of any states. Pennsylvania? I mean, what's in Pennsylvania? We hauled empty salad dressing bottles for Ken's Foods out of Port Washington, Pennsylvania, and out of Carteret, New Jersey. When I drove for Ken's. In Pennsylvania, there's so much trucking going on in Pennsylvania. Used to go down to Altoona all the time. Grocery warehouse over there, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Pittsburgh, all that Pittsburgh stuff. I ever tell you the story? There was some place in the Pittsburgh area that my dad used to go to weekly. I don't know the name of the town, but he called it Kabuta. Now, my dad is from Israel. My dad has an accent and sometimes doesn't pronounce things correctly. Like, he used to call the Ho Chi Minh Trail that runs along the Pennsylvania border on 209, used to call it the Ho Chi Minh Trail. So that's how I thought it was pronounced. Used to call the Jersey barriers on the highways Jesse barriers. So I thought they were called Jesse barriers. So when I say he had an accent, he still has an accent. He used to go to a place he called Kabuta. It was somewhere in Pittsburgh. I would love for somebody to know where this place is, but it was a big chemical plant. And you weren't allowed any flammable materials or any passengers in your truck. So my dad, this is back in the cab over days, I think he was driving an Astro. He would drop me off at a bar. I know I told the story once. He would drop me off at a bar somewhere outside of Kabuta where he seemed to know the waitress. My dad was married to my mom, but was friendly with the waitress. He would give me a pocket full of quarters, and I would play Pac-Man and Galaga while he went into the chemical plant to get loaded or unloaded. I don't remember which one. It was probably loaded. And then he would come back and pick me up a few hours later. If anybody knows the name Kabuta, does that make any sense to you in the Pittsburgh area? Let me know, because I'd like to Google that. So, my dad hauls some cool stuff back in the early days. Did a lot of Zayre's stores. That was his first over-the-road gig. Zayre's. Mine was TJ Maxx, which is kind of funny. Zayre's, and he did Falstaff beer, and a lot of stuff. He had a pretty diversified stuff. Always did drive-in and reefers. You know, my dad was a little bit of a narcissist, you know. about trucking, he likes to talk about what he's done. Whatever I did wasn't really trucking, you know? Like if he would tell me a story, oh yeah, I used to go up to Salinas, you'd say Salinas. I go to Salinas and I was hauling for Kadakis out of Boston. And he'd offer me $100 if I could get it there a day early. And so I would drive from Salinas, California to Boston in 3 days. I'm like, wow, it's pretty cool. And I remember being a teenager with him doing that, you know. And then when I did it on my own years later, and he'd bring up that story again, how he hauled for Kadakis, which is a broker out of Boston. They gave me an extra $100, which, you know, it's talking 30 years ago. $100 is probably worth a little more then. And then I would tell him I did the same thing. Nah, you never did that. You never did that. I'm like, okay, Dad, whatever. I just let it lie. But I never did anything cool like he did, according to him. But my dad's proud of me. He loves all this stuff. He doesn't watch my videos that often, once in a while, but he likes it. He likes it. So my dad's not an emotional person. He's not one that's going to give you a hug and tell you I love you, but you know he does. You know, I'm not an emotional person, I think, because of my dad, but I'm very free with telling my kids I love them and hugging them, and I'm proud of them all the time. My kids know it, and I have a great relationship with them. You know, I also never hit my kids with a belt, so I was a little scared of my dad too. You know, you get hit with a belt a few times when you're growing up, you learn quick. Some of us learn quick. Some of us didn't know how to get out of the way. You know, I'm not saying I didn't deserve it, but different times. My kids really never needed it. Thank God. I have an idea. I have an idea for my new truck. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. So you people who stick around to the end get a benefit from this. So my new truck, there's no rock guards. Remember, I was thinking about taking off on the inside of the new truck, on the inside of this window are more polka dots with leather. I was thinking about taking those off, right? What if I took those extra polka dots and I had some leather made, same color as the interior, with a diamond pattern and one polka dot on each side, so I have two polka dots. Leather, one polka dot, two polka dots, maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe a diamond cut, polka dots. I don't know. I got polka dots on the brain, but this is the kind of stuff I think about when I'm going down the road. You think I'm thinking about math? I'm not. I'm thinking about what am I gonna do with my new truck, and my kids and my wife too. Sometimes. Do you think of your kids and your wife when you're driving your truck down the road? I mean, I do, obviously, but sometimes I go, oh yeah, I have a kid and I have some kids and wives, and a wife, not wives, and a wife. It's weird. You get into that zone in the truck. You gotta be reminded what's important. You know what's important. Let's be serious for a moment. Get ready, Charlie. Charlie, 7-year-old Charlie who's watching this. What's important in life? Get a pen out, all right? Let me know when you get a pen. What's really important in life, Charlie? Chrome accessories for your truck. Once you figure that out, life is easy. I didn't polish the side of the truck this week because I'm getting lazy. Ah, what's happened to me? What has happened? I need to get on this. It's February already. Next thing you know, it'll be spring. Next thing you know, it's going to be somebody else's problem because I won't be driving this anymore. But I would certainly like to hand it off pristine. That would be the right thing to do anyways. They still have not made up their mind whether they're selling this or keeping it as a spare. Personally, I'd like them to sell it. I don't have to look at it anymore and watch other people driving it. And I'm not saying our drivers don't keep up on the equipment, but they don't keep up on the equipment the way I do. You know, they think, I've said enough. I said enough there. I'm not saying anything anybody doesn't know, including the people who own the company. But I'm a special case. All right, I think I should end this video already. I've babbled on a lot in this video. I don't remember anything I've said. It's always a surprise to me when I'm editing the video and I go, oh yeah, I did say that. Should I leave that in? Screw it. Couple things really quick. Mid-America Truck Show. I will be there. Shell Rotella booth. March 21st, 22nd, and on the 23rd, which is Saturday, I will be out and about on my own, looking for video content and just hanging out. But come by the booth on Thursday and Friday, find me. And I think I'm going to be at the Shell Super Rigs Truck Show, which is May 30th, May 31st, and June 1st, the Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth, Texas. And hopefully we'll be sporting another cowboy hat like I did last year in Wyoming, which I still own and haven't worn since. Peace and grace, everybody. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, Tim Gentry. Thank you, Dominique. Thank you to all my YouTube friends, Dooner, Flatbed Red, any of you guys that are watching, Dane Scott, Chad Keegan. I'm missing a bunch, but thank you, everybody, for your support. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Did I say thank you? Thank you. Thank you. I said enough.